Hmm. 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 Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And indeed, this is a live news show for movie fans where we talk about all the trending movie news. Hey guys, it's going to be a bit of a raw show today. I didn't have time to put together all the graphics, but it is what it is. We got the Marvels trailer that dropped. The Marvels. And guys, we are doing a segment here on the show. We are watching Miss Marvel in the Road to the Marvels that comes out this week, guys. I'm seeing it Thursday at 3:50 p.m. An hour and 45 minutes. They dropped the final trailer today. Yes, indeed. And I thought that we would take a look. I paused it there and I was like, okay, guys, we're going to watch this together. My initial reaction to this, I only got 57 seconds into it. And I was like, no, I'll save it for you guys. We'll watch it together. That doesn't look very good, does it? That looks all washed out. It looks, yeesh. They got to stop with these visual effects. Like, if you can't make it look real or make it look good, then don't do it. And that doesn't look good. Why can't you just film water upside down, falling down into something, and then reverse it and meld it into the shot instead of using computers to make it look all kind of like a cartoon? Anyway, I'm digressing. Let's talk. Let's just watch this trailer.
Heroes. It's an old-fashioned notion, but the world can still use
so
them.
they're trying to use some nostalgia here to
Whatever it takes.
get us pumped.
Whatever it takes.
Ooh, whatever it takes. I have got the highest hopes for this, guys.
But it's not over.
Yeah, you
My
destroyed
work is
Thanos.
inevitable. There will always be
Showing
more.
Tony Stark, RDJ coming back to the MCU. We talked about it yesterday. I don't know who she is.
This is just the beginning.
I don't know if I like her costume. It's all baggy, right? I don't know. Let's see. It doesn't look
She
practical.
tore a hole in space.
There's
There's a different reality leading into ours.
different reality. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of done with the multiverse stuff. Yeah. This Friday. Yeah, I stopped there.
I'm
All right.
invincible.
Your powers only make me stronger.
So sell me. Sell me this movie, man.
Can't be controlled.
Okay, fighting on a green screen stage. That's not selling me. Okay, they're showing Miss Marvel. Oh, good.
For one last fight.
One last fight. Ooh.
Monica!
One last fight? By who?
You cannot protect your people.
I gotta say, the costumes, they're not winning me over. And we'll talk about that. We'll break it down.
They're here.
They're here? And by they, you mean who? Who is that?
The Marvels.
The
Rated
Marvels.
PG-13.
Oh,
Monica, you gotta fly.
no.
Black girl magic.
What?
Theaters Friday. Get
What?
tickets now.
Did he just say black girl magic? No, he didn't. That's not very PC, is it?
You gotta fly.
No.
Black girl magic.
He did. Oh my God, the social justice warriors will be out in full force with that. That's what you chose to try to sell me the movie. Wow. Guys, I want this to succeed, but I got to talk about these costumes here. Look at them. They look like very X-Men-y, kind of like generic, bland, baggy, impractical. Like Miss Marvel's costume looks appropriate. Captain Marvel. But like that looks fine. But the muted ones I don't like. The muted in tones. See, this one looks fine on her, but when she's got the white one there towards the end, I don't know. It looks like a jacket. It doesn't look comfortable. It's not forming, right? It's got ridges and wrinkles in it because it's baggy on her. I don't get it. Black girl magic, guys. Oi! I don't know if I like the sounds of that. And then this kind of stuff, I don't know, man. Hourglass and Live Chat that this Marvel's trailer has more serious tone to the previous slapstick trailers. I'm okay with it. Yeah, it's a little bit more serious. Boyfriend Live Chat also says hi. Um, yeah, I want to see more of this. I want to see more of her, and they're not. I don't know, man. Maybe we should go down and take a look at the comments and see what people are saying. A lot of green screen stage work here. Again, I'm a champion. If it doesn't look real, guys, don't shoot it. This is a can of cherry Pepsi. It looks real, and I'm gonna drink it. Um, Wherever you're standing there, doesn't look all that real. You're flashing a lot of colorful lights in my face, and that's supposed to be entrancing, right? Is it? I want this movie to succeed. I hope I come out on Thursday and I'm like, guys, you know what? That was actually not that bad. That's what I want to be able to say. I don't know who this is, who this character is. Um, I like the look of intensity on her face. I want to learn more about her. But see, when she got there, her costume looks better. And there's Captain Marvel's really like muted tone colors. Like, why is it all dark there? I don't get that. They get costume changes for some reason at some point in the movie, I suppose. I don't know. This one might fail because of the directing, guys. Oh, okay. So look, all these people have the same jackets as Monica had at the end. Okay, so was she in her school uniform there? I don't know. I just can't believe they ended the line with that. Um, can't wait. Can't wait to watch the pitch meeting in a month or two for this. Oh yeah, because people like those pitch meeting videos. Bree Sai at 52 perfectly encapsulates my reaction to the trailer. So they went from advertising this film as fun, lighthearted film to a dark, intense, mature film. I'm confused. Well, let's see what people responded to that. Have you not seen any other Marvel movie trailer? That's the formula for years. Can it be all those things? Why are modern audiences so easily confused? Yeah, I don't get that either. We can have multiple Superman. We can have multiple Batman. Give it to us. We do have multiple Batman. So come on, give us multiple Superman. Do it. I want to see multiple Superman. James, this is the MCU trailer. I know I'm getting digressed here because this trailer didn't really work for me. There. That's it. I said it. Yep. The trailer didn't really work for me, man. But I'm still going to go see the movie. I'm still going to go see this movie because, well, it is part of the MCU, and I'm hoping that it's going to be, good, man. That's all I want. Uh, who plays the bad guy in this? Is it Zawe Ashton? Dar Ben? Dar Ben is the bad guy? Is that her? Okay. What else do I know her from? Maryland, Miss Malcolm's List, The Handmaid's Tale, Velvet Buzzsaw. I liked Velvet Buzzsaw. I did. Wanderlust, the TV series. No, we're not watching that. All right. Is this her from Velvet Buzzsaw? Yeah. I really liked her in Velvet Buzzsaw. That's right. In fact, I think I got slowly infatuated with her throughout that film. So now that I know that she's in the Marvels, wow, that piques my interest tenfold. Now I'm really hyped just because of her, the bad guy, who's probably going to get killed. I wish they would build up the bad guys and have them have more than one interactions. But yeah, I want to see more from her. Indeed. And guys, this is a weird situation that we've got on our hands here. Usually Marvel movies or movies have like the review embargo is down by now. And we go over to the tomato meter here. Crickets. Crickets! The embargo apparently drops Thursday morning or something. The day that I'm seeing it, that's not good. It's usually a death knell. Now, again, some movies are immune to criticism. We just saw that with Five Nights at Freddy's. People came out and was like, meh, but people went out in droves to see it. Will that be the same case with the Marvels? I don't think it has the same fan base. I don't think it does. I don't think Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and whatever Tiona Paris's character's name is, superhero name, I it's not enough to draw it in. I think they should have just stuck the course and and stuck with Captain Marvel being the main character of these instead of introducing the Marvels. And for God's sakes, stop introducing teams of people that we don't really care about. Because imagine what would be the worst thing here. Well, here's a different slate of Avengers that we're going to get from the ones that we've already shown you, like Shang-Chi and and the Eternals. And it's like, what? Then what are you doing, man? Oh, but James, is different. It's the young Avengers. That's what we're going to see. Oh, the young Avengers. Good. Well, I do like Haley Steinfeld. I don't know. I just, that's what I feel about this trailer. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Are you going to go check this movie out, The Marvels, or are you going to wait 30 days and see it on Disney Plus? Because that's what's going to happen. It's projected to be a box office bomb. It cost upwards to $200 million. For God's sakes, stop with these budgets. Stop. And you know why I'm getting angry about it? Because stuff is just being shot on green screen stages, man, and that should not cost that much. If you can't do it, like, for God's sakes, then don't. If you can't make it look real, and we're just relying on the computers to do everything here, and it's showing. That's if you're just relying on the computers to do things, then you're not showing your skill as a filmmaker to capture that in camera. Now, she said when they arrive here. I wanted to check this one last point out. We saw the side shot of somebody here, right? Yeah, who is that? Okay, so that's somebody with a cape. Is that Monica Rambeau? Who's in the looks like a hospital or something there. Somebody with a cape, red armor there, or red kind of suit. We see just her hip. Okay, so that's Monica there behind her. So is that her mother or something? Who is it? It looks like she's not afraid of the person. Is that Miss Marvel? No, the hand's too dark. Sorry. It's got to be her mother. That's what I'm saying. They resurrected her mother, didn't they? That's what they did. Oh, for God's sakes. Guys, ew. I'm ruining my my reaction to this, and then my hype. It's not going to be unfazed though. I'm still going to go see the movie. Trust me, and I'm going to give it a fair shake. I will. You guys know me. I hopefully have earned that trust that if it's good, I'm going to say that it's good. I got no shame in that. So I know some people go in with like this. There's some channels out there that will be just like, I didn't like what the script was about. I didn't like the leaks. I didn't like the trailers. I'm going to still go see it anyway and tell you how much I hated it. But don't worry, I'm unbiased. And it's like, stop selling me that BS. You guys know that when I go see this movie, I will give it a fair shake. I'll look at the story structure. I'll look at the acting. I'll look at what it's trying to achieve with what it's presenting us. And based on that, I'll give breaks to the shoddy visual effects. I'll give breaks to maybe some shoddy acting, as long as cohesively the narrative of the story unfolds in such a way that I feel satisfied for what they were trying to accomplish. That's it. All right, guys, that's my reaction to the Marvels trailer. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and we will talk about it. You're watching Mirror Domains. All right, so that'll be cut out and put up on the channel later on. It's unusual for the movie not to have a red carpet premiere on behind the actor's site, but in conditions, this is no win situation for studios like actors alike. Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's been a real busy morning on the phone. I got to try to accomplish something business wise in the background, and that's why we don't have all the graphics and stuff. Hey, business is business, but that doesn't mean that I don't have stories pulled. Um, I do. I pulled this story. The Marvel's director Nia DaCosta really wanted to keep the runtime under 2 hours. Well, I appreciate that. I totally appreciate a movie that's under 2 hours. I like that a lot. Next, the longest yard remake in development from writer of HBO's Winning Time. So if you like the movie The Longest Yard, which has already been remade with Adam Sandler, right? The first one had Burt Reynolds. Paramount is developing a remake of The Longest Yard with Rodney Barnes, writer of HBO's Winning Time, penning the script. Well, you've got all the framework for the story. It's just adapting it for what the new cast is going to be or the new situation. I need to watch the original Burt Reynolds one. I know it probably maybe hasn't aged as well. Yeah, it was about a prison team, right? The remake starring Adam Sandler wasn't the only adaptation of The Longest Yard. Vinnie Jones took the lead in Mean Machine in 2001 and made it about soccer, didn't he? That one, Vinnie Jones was that one. That one was about soccer, right? Which changed the sport from American football. Yeah. And Captain Marzi did the same thing in 2005. Okay. So it's a story that's been told 4 times already. Is this going to be a series? Or is it going to be something for HBO? So it's just a remake. So they keep on going back to the well with this story. It's a feel-good story, right? You're down on your luck. Something you got a chance to prove your worth a little bit, perhaps. Depends on who they cast, I guess. Um, yeah. About to see. For HBO, huh? Why does it say Paramount, though? Or HBO's Winning Time. Okay, so then say it's for Paramount. I would have put Paramount in the headline. Oh, well. My tea is cold. I made my tea like an hour ago. I've just been sitting down. Anyway, Army of the Dead Las Vegas Unfinished Anime Series included a Rebel Moon crossover, and everybody's going to be running with this headline today, saying that Army of the Dead is connected with Rebel Moon. And that's what I saw. So Zack Snyder reveals that the unfinished anime series Army of the Dead Las Vegas features a Rebel Moon character. Rebel Moon comes out this December, guys, on Netflix. And we will be watching it here on the channel for sure. Zack Snyder was building a cinematic universe for Netflix's streaming service that centered on his zombie movie, Army of the Dead. The film was quickly followed by a prequel called Army of Thieves. I didn't really watch Army of Thieves. Did you guys? But Snyder has since shifted his focus over to building a multimedia universe with Rebel Moon, Part 1, A Child of Fire, and its follow-up, Part 2, The Scar Giver. Yeah, we knew that they filmed both of these parts back to back, so we don't have to wait too long for the second part. It's all shot and done in the can, right? So Army of the Dead Las Vegas sits unfinished, and during an interview with Total Film, Snyder revealed that they aren't totally separate. In fact, Army of the Dead Las Vegas, if it ever gets completed, we'll be seeing a Rebel Moon crossover on the show. What? In the background, there'll be like something on the television or something? What would be the what would be the character that gets shared? I don't know. We haven't seen Rebel Moon yet, so we don't know. In Rebel Moon, they're in this bar, and one of the aliens is one of the characters from the animatic. So it's definitely a shared universe. And one of the aliens in is one of the characters from the animatic. So how would that be? Like a zombie from Earth gets up into Rebel Moon's space. I thought Rebel Moon takes place like in a galaxy far away kind of thing. It's supposed to be his take of Star Wars. So I don't know if I really like the fact or appreciate the fact that it will be tied to Earth, um, to try to make it like a shared cinematic universe. I don't know if I appreciate that. I do want to see this though because of Sophia Botella. Don't really care about Charlie Hunnam. Djimon Hounsou's always good. Sophia Botella though is mostly why I want to see this movie. And it's supposed to be like his take on Star Wars, so that's what it really draws me in. Next, Highlander reboot will have Queen music on the soundtrack. Rejoice! Yes, cool. Director Chad Stahelski has confirmed that the upcoming Highlander reboot will feature Queen songs from the original. Good. Well, guys, like how many kids are called Connor now because of Connor McLeod, right? Uh, People who grew up in the 80s watching that. You've got a whole bunch of Connors running around now. And just like Logan for Wolverine, you got a bunch of Logans running around now. Unbelievable. It happens. Anyway, yeah, people hold the first Highlander in the highest regard, and a lot of that is because of the premise of the sci-fi premise, but it also was accented with the Queen soundtrack, which was awesome. And I'm glad that they're keeping that spirit of trying to incorporate that music into this reboot with Henry Cavill. We assume that he's playing Connor McLeod. We all assume it, and I think he probably is. But it would be cool if he was playing the Kurgan instead. Anyway, they've developed these Highlander reboots with the intention of making it a trilogy, so they'll have explanations for, like, hopefully, what happens when you get the prize, right? Is the prize death? Because that's sort of what they said in the last one, right? The prize is that you finally ultimately get to die. And it's kind of like, well, you were immortal for thousands and thousands of years. Maybe you even came from a planet called Zeist. I don't know. Maybe that was just a bad dream episode. I don't know. Yeah. But Queen back in that, using that music, that's good from Stahelski to hear that. 2 years have passed since Henry Cavill had signed on to play the role. Yeah. The film is set to have a budget over 100 million. Hopefully not too much more over the 100 million, please. It's looking like the project might finally go into production very soon. Yeah, they said next year, right? Because we still got to wrap. Hopefully, we still haven't heard anything with the actor strike, but it sounds like they're moving closely on both sides. They're getting pressure to sign something so people can get back to work. Yeah. You know who would be a good Kurgan, actually? I was just thinking about that. What about Dave Bautista? That would be. And I know who would be an interesting take? Vin Diesel as the Kurgan. But he wouldn't do it because he's got to always be the hero and you're not allowed to punch him a certain amount of times on screen. It's in his contracts that he signs. So, but that's why you limited yourself with Vin Diesel. No, get someone like Dave Bautista to play the Kurgan. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. I don't know. I'll be keeping my eye on this project with great anticipation for sure. Connor is a common name in Ireland, so not so much in Scotland. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe they can bring in Duncan. I wonder if they're actually going to get a Spaniard to play Ramirez. I don't know. We'll see. Next, Terrifier 3 will be more gory and depraved, but shorter and less mystical than Part 2. Well, good. One of the reasons why I didn't go see Terrifier 2 in the theaters, because when I saw that running time of 2 hours and 14 minutes, I was like, guys, that's unreasonable. For a gory schlock fest grindhouse movie like Terrifier, I don't want to be sitting in the theater for 2 hours and 15 minutes watching character development only for them to get dispatched in gruesome ways. I do need to watch Terrifier 2. Eventually. It's on Tubi, isn't it? Um, I'll stomach through it. Maybe I'll put it on the side one day when I'm playing some Street Fighter or something. I'm not, I'm not, I wasn't enamored with the first Terrifier. Like it was, I appreciated it because it was a lower budget horror film and it achieved exactly what it was trying to do: be gory and depraved. It introduced Art the Clown to a lot of people, even though Art the Clown appeared in other projects before the first Terrifier movie. Most people don't know that, but since we're movie fans here, we know that, right? We know that. He appeared in a couple of short films and he was played by a different actor. But Art the Clown does have that mystical quality to him because obviously, if you saw the first Terrifier, he comes back somehow. Um, just, yeah, have him brutally kill people, that's fine. For God's sakes, cut down on that runtime. Cut down on that runtime. Um, Damien Leone kind of he got the same privilege that Ari Aster did with Beau is Afraid. Oh my God, I can't believe that. I just compared Beau is Afraid with Terrifier. I just did. But it was kind of like, okay, Ari, you made Hereditary and Midsummer, and people really responded to those. So go off and make your movie. Do whatever you want to do. You get Final Cut. Oh my God, you gave us a 3-hour movie of what? And that's what happened. And that's what I sort of got the sense what happened with Terrifier 2 with Damien Leone. You made a 2 hour and 14 minute of what? I don't hear much people talking about Terrifier 2. I don't. I know people are still hyped about like Art the Clown as a character, so there's the audience for that, right? And it's supposed to come out next year, right? Taking place around Christmas. Hey, you got lightning in a bottle, and you almost ruined it with Terrifier Part 2, but dial it back, bring it back to the basics again, work under those constraints of having a smaller budget, man. Um, and just have a small confined story of art unleashing on some people around the Christmas time. And that's your movie. That's your movie. That's the way I say. What do you guys say? Terrifier 3. Or am I way off base? Am I way off base? Let's go back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Blade director addresses if the movie will be rated R. Jan Demange, who's set to direct the upcoming Marvel's Blade movie, has discussed if the film will be rated R. In an interview with Deadline, Demange spoke about getting the go-ahead for Blade to be rated R. The director also noted that the film's lead, Mahershala Ali, has ruthlessness that he can't wait to be put on screen. They gave me the rated R, which is so important. Okay, so it will be rated R. Good. A lot of people thought that maybe only Deadpool will be allowed to be rated R, but no, you need Blade to be as well because you're dealing with vampires. He's got a sword. You can't have a Blade movie where he doesn't use the sword on people, right? Now, that doesn't mean that you've got to be as gory as, say, like Art the Clown, Terrifier. No, you don't have to be as gory as that. But you got to show him slicing and dicing up some vampires, right? I come out of this wanting to be more open, more vulnerable, and bring a more personal aspect to my work. But for Blade, we are going to have fun because Mahershala Ali is such a deep actor. Fun. I'm excited to show a kind of ruthlessness and roughness he has that allows him to walk the earth in a particular way. I love him for that. He's got a dignity and integrity, but there is a ferocity there that he usually keeps under the surface. I want to unleash that and put it on the screen. Yeah, that's one part about the Wesley Snipes version. You sensed that there was that emotion underneath, right? Of kind of like a disdain for the fact that he is what he is. And they briefly touched on it, but you never got a scene where you let Snipes work with that, right, as an actor. And I think that's what they're trying to convey, that you want a scene they want to have Mahershala Ali explore that aspect to it. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, because it's got to be kind of like you're taking his serum or whatever, right? And it's got to be kind of like you've got this thing constantly over your head. Uh, as a character, I could totally understand there's an angle there that, yeah, almost like an addiction, except it's not. It's something it's like a medication that's keeping you from completely transforming, and there's that resentment to it. I could totally understand that fueling that furiousness under him. It's a curious angle. Rated R. Good. Let's see. Let's pause here. Can I find a way to find out a pronunciation of his name?
Welcome to the regiment. You're being deployed on an...
Sure. I've always loved film from an early age.
So this is the guy's
very
directing
literary
it.
family. I sort of placed in front of VHSs from childhood. So I never really thought it as a viable option.
All right. Just tell me where you pronounce his name.
I'd never met him in a way by the material. It was like it came to me as a fully developed screenplay. It was like an early.
He seems very reserved. Come on, these interviews never seem to like. Oh, I'm talking with Jan de Mange. Jan de Mange. Just for God's sakes, these interviews
Talent
suck.
is in a much stronger position right now. It seems that a lot of
yeah, they just get right into the meat. I'll have to figure it out.
Hi, I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. Such a pleasure to be able to speak to you. How does it feel to be on this red carpet here tonight?
Yeah,
Call him by his name, for God's sakes. Yeah, I was looking for somebody else's name one time, and I just couldn't find anybody pronouncing his name.
Marvel Studios' Blade, set to star Mahershala Ali, has found a new director. Jan Damage has come aboard to help.
Damage. Okay, so they said it there, but I want to hear them pronounce their own name, kind of thing. Just out of respect, Jan Damage. Okay, so there it is. Pfeiffer says you can ask YouTube name pronunciations. Yeah, if they do justice with the Blade movie, I'd love to see what they could do with a Morbius sequel. Morbius should have been rated R as well. It should have been. Because you're making a movie about a villain, man. I don't want to see anti-hero with villains' names. Blade's not an anti-hero. Yeah, no, Blade is a proper anti-hero. He's not. I don't know what Sony's take is with all these villains that are getting turned into anti-heroes like Venom. Like Venom started off as very much a malevolent character, right? I understand that they had to team up to fight Carnage. I don't know why they don't give us that story. But anyway, I digress about that. Blade, rated R. It's good news in my book. Oh, we did. Oh, sorry. I should have put this one back to back. Rebel Moon Part 1 poster previews Zack Snyder's Netflix movie. God, look at Jaimin Hansu. Look at those triceps. My God. he still lifts, doesn't he? Great actor. He's even in small roles, he's really good. Like I liked him in Shazam: Fury of the Gods and Shazam. But I also like him in other roles where he's playing like more serious characters, like The Island. Yeah, great actor. So let's see this new poster. There it is. There are no heroes, only rebels. Sophia Patella definitely needs to. I hope this propels her. You know what? How old is she? Because the DCU is getting rebooted. And I don't know. Why couldn't she be like Wonder Woman or something? Right? She's 41. No, she's a little bit too old then, I guess, to be in the reboot because they want a younger Wonder Woman. She's 41? Um, I'm not knocking it for her being 41. I thought her career would have held a lot better than this. Higher than, well, she's not doing terrible, I guess. I just, she should be a bigger star. She's got lots of talents. Maybe she needs to do smaller works in the background, acting wise. Do some stage productions, do side characters in the background. Just constantly try to work that craft of saying lines and saying them in different ways and making it sound believable. Just work with it, man. I don't know. I hope Rebel Moon is awesome. I hope it is. New poster, cool. Next. Ridley Scott tells historian who called out Napoleon errors to get a life. We'll say it's about feckin' time. Feckin'. What the heck is feckin'? If he ever wins an Oscar. Now, guys, no. Ridley, what are you doing, man? You can't wave your finger at the Academy and say, guys, it's about effing time I win one. Here's my movie, Napoleon. This is a historical epic. Of course, I got to get nominated, right? It's about time I get an Oscar for this. It's like, no, you can't pressure them like that. I know that Ridley Scott, I appreciate the fact that due to his age and his experience working in the industry, that he's got no time for BS anymore. He doesn't, right? But something about these quotes rubs me a little bit the wrong way. Okay, yeah, I saw the video of the historian on YouTube calling out the inaccuracies in the Napoleon trailer. Napoleon trailer reaction by historian, right? I watched that because I like history buffs and stuff like that. Real history, and there's a couple of them that posted like, hey, if that's your bread and butter, that's your niche. History, so they go into like movies and stuff and say, okay, well, this happened and this thing was real and this didn't really happen, and I appreciate that stuff, guys. It's a Hollywood movie. Of course, they're going to sensationalize things, but some of the things are valid. Like, yeah, Napoleon never shot at the pyramids or anything like that, but apparently that does happen in the trailers or happens in the movie. He was never there for the beheading of certain people, but in the movie, I guess he's going to be. I cut it a little bit of slack. But Napoleon is another movie that's coming out this month in 10 days, right? Or is it 10 days or is it the 22nd? It's just, there's no buzz. There's no buzz for this, man. And it sucks because I'm really looking forward to seeing what Vanessa Kirby does in this. Because she's one of the front runners to be our Sue Storm, right? And I liked her in the Mission Impossible movies. I want to see. I hear good things about what she's doing in this. But let's listen to what some of the quotes are. Yeah, Napoleon didn't shoot the pyramids. The film's trailer depicted as much during the peak of Scott's interpretation of the Battle of the Pyramids. He said that Marie Antoinette. Oh, so that's very cropped for her hair. I don't care about hair design. If that's off, whatever. Like, that stuff doesn't bother me. But if you're going to say that he shot the pyramids when he didn't, kind of thing, casual people of history will watch something from pop culture and say they'll adopt that as the new telling of history. And that's how we get things like the Mandela effect. People just remembered it wrong because they see things that were wrong. And I wouldn't say get a life to that. That's what I mean by Ridley Scott's attitude towards like hardlining BS. It's like, get a life. It's like, what are you talking about? This is life. You made a movie about Napoleon. You think you would have consulted historians about it. And what are you trying to say? That you went to a historian and they said, no, they didn't shoot the pyramids. No, I like it anyway, so I'll put it in the movie. Disregard the history. So what? You're making a movie about a historical character that you don't really care about the history of, is what you're admitting, Ridley. So then why did you make the movie in the first place? Oh, because I want to win an Oscar? You see how I don't like these two quotes put together? Because it becomes pompous. It becomes arrogant from Ridley Scott. I can't defend you anymore by having that hard line of cutting through BS when you put these two things side by side, because it just makes you look like an arrogant, pompous prick, Ridley. An entitled, pompous, arrogant prick who believes that he deserves to win an Oscar. And that doesn't sit well with a whole lot of people, that kind of arrogance. Such arrogance! All right, so whether or not Napoleon launches Scott back into the Oscar race remains to be seen. The 85-year-old, he's got years under his belt, guys. Has been nominated for Oscars 3 times for director of The Martian, Thelma Louise, and Gladiator. He should have gotten it for Gladiator. I want to watch Gladiator with you guys. It was, yeah, we need to watch that. Plus, once more for Best Picture Producer on The Martian, but he's never won the trophy. Even when Gladiator claimed the Oscar for Best Picture in 2000, it was Steven Soderbergh who won for Traffic. Yeah, and I like Traffic because Benicio del Toro, it was so heartbreaking what happened with Michael Douglas's daughter in that too. Like, that scares the living crap out of me. But directing wise, I thought that, yeah, Gladiator was a better executed film. Anyway, it's done. He goes on to say, with Joaquin, we can rewrite the goddamn film because he's uncomfortable. And that's what kind of happened with Napoleon. The director also shared, we unpicked the film to help him focus on who Bonaparte was. I had to respect that because what was being said was incredibly constructive. It was all made to grow bigger. So what are you saying? What are you saying? That because Joaquin was uncomfortable with the way that you wrote Bonaparte based on historical evidence, you changed it so that Joaquin would feel comfortable doing it. So you changed the essence of what Napoleon was. You're admitting it there. That, what do you mean get a life? It's almost like you've fabricated. Like, this is bad press. This is bad press for Napoleon. Guys, I expect. I'm looking forward to this movie. This is a bad article. This is bad timing. If I were producers on this movie, I'd be like, guys, can we bury this article, please? Can we get this one away right now? Don't have this one come out before the movie, please. That's the way I would look at it. I don't know. What do you guys think about Ridley Scott's comments about Napoleon? Are you still looking forward to it? Do you want to see it? I do. I don't really care too much if it's historically accurate to the points that things get sensationalized about the character and stuff, if things get changed. I know that sounds a little bit counter to what I was saying about it trying to be historical accurate as a direct, but that's pertaining to the direction of the movie, of somebody trying to craft the story together. Again, I'll look to those cues of the story structure as a payoff with the character arcs as to what this movie is trying to achieve. Yes, I agree with the initial sentiment that if I want to learn about history, I agree with Ridley Scott that I can go to those guys, the historians, and I find value in watching their breakdowns of trailers of old movies and stuff, and saying that this is not how it really went. I find value in both the movie that they're talking about and their reactions to it. I find value in that. That's entertainment, guys. That's what it's all about, and I respect that. I just don't. I don't know. Really, Scott's passion about it. All right, that's all I have pulled for today. Yeah, that's all I have. Um, Artglass says it's going to get really bad if it proves that Bill and Ted's depiction of Napoleon is more accurate. uh, yeah. Um, with the ice cream. Yeah. Uh, God, you gotta love Bill and Ted, right? Oop, did I turn on the sound? Yeah. Um, I, I don't know if we're gonna see this kind of early frustration from like things getting under Napoleon's skin and him getting short with people from Joaquin Phoenix. I don't know if we're going to get that. I think we're getting more of the delusional I'm entitled to be emperor king kind of thing. Because I think it's supposed to emulate what's happening with Trump. I think it's supposed to do that, which is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way in the States because they don't like to have their current political situation put in their face when they're going out to see entertainment. I think that's the angle that they're gone for with that. It would be nice to see a little bit of the depiction of stuff that we know and that just goes to accent. Hey, this is the stuff that we saw growing up. This is the most we ever saw of Napoleon. Did he really act like that? We assume that he did. And so if you make a movie where he shoots pyramids, that's what we're going to assume that's what he did. So don't tell me to get a life. Really, I don't appreciate it. All right, let's go on to some hit or miss. Did Jeopardy quietly push out Mayim Bialik from? Huh. I liked her as a host. I did. But Ken is not part of the actors. She's an actress, right? So it's kind of like she's part of that. So I guess out of respect, she didn't do any presentations. I would have been fun if she went on. They went on to do dual hosting. I liked her when she's on the show, but Ken Jennings does a great job anyway. And I do like her as an actress. I want to see her branch out more. She's got more range in her than. Well, actually, Blossom showed a lot, and she did a lot. Like her character Amy on Big Bang Theory did evolve. I'd like to see more dramatic roles from her too. She does like a podcast or something on YouTube, right? I've seen a couple clips from it. She does some fairly interesting coverage. All right. Any other headlines? Does No Hard Feelings deserve to be controversial? What was controversial about it? Why is it? Guys, you know that Jennifer Lawrence is my second favorite actress of all time. I had lots of fun watching this movie in the theater. I would love to watch it with you guys as well, except there's one big frontal nudity scene that may prevent us. That's controversial. Is that what's being called controversial? Nudity? I don't know. Let's see what it is. The premise of a 32-year-old woman agreeing to date someone and take their V card, a 19-year-old. Well, he's 19. He's of age. He can consent. I don't see why that's controversial. And it's actually more wholesome than you think it is. I thought it would be like it does get kind of, it's supposed to be unsettling. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. And it doesn't end in a way that you think. That, oh, they actually do love each other in the end, kind of. No, it takes a actually fairly logical conclusion to it. this guy, he left Harvard to star in this movie, right? He did a good job. I want to watch this movie with you guys. I just checked. It's what is this out on Peacock? I want to watch it with you guys. It's done very well, right? Where is it? Independent. Where is it streaming? Show me where it's streaming, guys. On the bottom here. Show me. Hmm. Okay, it's on Netflix in the States, but I just checked Netflix. I just checked Netflix, my Netflix in Canada, and it's not up there. It's on Roku. Is it on Amazon Prime? So maybe we can get a hold of it that way. Arglass says I rank No Hard Feelings along with my. Yeah, it's kind of like in that vein. It's not as crass though. Well, it's got a full frontal, so it's kind of like, yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. Arglass also says it's going to get really bad. Oh yeah, we talked about that one. I had fun with it. I thought it was charming. Mostly because as I said, it had that opportunity to go really crass and far out there with an unbelievable ending that they end up together, but they don't end up together. She does the honorable thing. She steps back, and I like that. No Hard Feelings universes. Jennifer Lawrence would have won the Hunger Games in 10 minutes flat. Oh yeah, if you watch, like the nudity scene is. It's just not her standing there or sitting on the beach going ooh or whatever. it's funny. She's beating up some dudes. It's yeah. Next, Santa Claus's director says Godfather Part 2 is inspired season 2. I don't watch it. The Batman 2. What do you want to see? I want to see a good villain. So far, the frontrunner, from what we've heard, could be Clayface. We know that eventually the Riddler and Joker are going to team up to come out, maybe in part 3. Clayface would be fine. I still would like to see Mr. Freeze. And it really depends on what happens with that Penguin series. If we know that Cobblepot runs the crime syndicate because Falcone's dead, right? Godzilla, how the MonsterVerse is quietly one of the best cinematic universes. Is it time for a new Beatles biopic? Yes, it is. Guys, I've been listening to that song on repeat now and then. It's every day I've been listening to that. Look at that, of them looking down at their different ages. Have you guys been listening to the new Beatles cut? It's good. It's really good. I know that they changed things. It's not exactly like the demo that Lennon recorded. They cut out like a post chorus or like a bridge from it that went on a little bit longer because the original demo was at a slower tempo. So he sang it at a much slower pace than the version that we got it. But you know, I watch footage of them in the studio and I just get sucked in because as a musician, like when John's sitting at the piano and George is just watching him, is like, oh yeah, I'm jamming with that riff. I dig that. And it's like because they were all very talented musicians. And that's cool to see, right? I like to see that stuff. Is it about time for another Beatle biopic? I would say so. All right. Over to the Twitterverse. Start to round things out. in theaters. Bradley, yeah, I need to see this too. Maestro, Netflix, December 20th. I don't know if we'll watch this one together because it's very niche. It's about this composer played by Bradley Cooper. And I like Carey Mulligan as well. I think she's a great actress. I just don't know if it's material that's appealing to a wide audience that you need to sit here with me and watch it. I hear that Bradley Cooper puts in a really strong performance because he plays this character at different ages. So we're going to see him as a younger man and as an older man. And he's got like makeup on for when he plays him older and stuff. It's more of like a character study movie, right? Um, and he's not out making statements like saying, I'm entitled to win an award for this. It's like, no, he's not. Why is Gal Gadot trending? Academy Award nominee Ana de Armas has unfollowed former IDF soldier and attempted actress Gal Gadot on Instagram. Why do we care about what Ana de Armas does? I don't give a damn about what Ana de Armas does. Unfollowed Zionist Gal Gadot. Oh, is this because of the stuff that's going on over in Gaza? Israeli actress Gal Gadot will organize a screening of. Guys, yeah, I don't care about the political stuff. Um, I, um, I don't care about trying to bring it into this show. Um, you're going to do what you're going to do, and you guys can weigh it accordingly. Yeah. Yeah. First trailer for Jack Reacher season 2 has been released. I need to see season 1. I hear great things. I want to see more from this actor. Can't we all just get along? Yeah, Gal Gadot served in the Israel army. It's just because we don't have all the information. We don't know what's going on over there. Yes, innocent people are being killed. It sucks. It's terrible. It's an awful thing. But I don't like how we have to dance around certain things because if I don't properly preface something by saying that innocent people are dying, then all of a sudden I've picked a side and I got to be scrutinized and canceled because I'm not saying things in a proper way, right? I'm not. Most of us are not up to speed with exactly what's happening over there. Right? But anyway, I don't want, as I said, I don't want to get into that. Paul Mescal on The Strangers of Us. Damsel. First poster for Millie Bobby Brown's Damsel. Yes, this was a movie that was supposed to come out this year, guys. It was supposed to come out this fall, actually. I think it was supposed to come out in August. Millie Bobby Brown takes on like a dragon or something. You can see the shadow of the dragon here. There's a wing there. So it's kind of like a damsel in distress, but she knows how to fight, kind of thing. We saw a movie like Princess with Joey King where it was the princess knew how to fight kind of thing. It's sort of like a bit like that. Ooh, Ridley Scott's trending. Is it because of his quote? I'll have to cut that out and put that up on the channel later on, perhaps. Because I felt like I said some pretty strong stuff there. Yeah, we saw a little bit of the clip of this movie in Netflix's demo reel earlier this year. I'm a Millie Bobby Brown fan because of Stranger Things. I don't know if I really. She's been posting a lot of racy stuff on her Instagram. Yeah. I don't know if I were her PR person, I'd be kind of like, do you really need to be showing that stuff? Yeah, and she does champion stuff like adopt this pet that's up for adoption and stuff like that. I appreciate that. Damsel, 2024. Rachel Zegler on the difference between Lucy Gray Baird and Katniss Everdeen. Lucy Gray is a performer forced to fight, and Katniss is a fighter forced to perform. here's the thing too, Rachel Ziegler. Jennifer Lawrence is an Academy Award winning actress who's got range. She spends her time working with scenes, rehearsing lines. I don't know that about you yet. I don't know if you've got that range. We'll see. Um, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes has got a little bit of buzz now, mostly because of Peter Dinklage. That's a movie that's also coming out this month. I'll be seeing. All right. Final Marvels trailer. Yeah. Camila Mendez. Into Brown. Ariana DeBose. Vanessa Hudgens. Doesn't look like anything else. Ridley Scott on not winning an Oscar yet. I know I haven't gotten an Oscar yet, and even if I get one, I'll say it's about effing time. He's 85, guys, and if Napoleon doesn't work for him, he's got Gladiator 2 coming out. He's going to have his chances. He's going to have his chances because after Napoleon is Gladiator 2, and then I would like to see him finish off his David trilogy of from the Alien, his Alien prequel of Prometheus and Alien Covenant. I would like to see him finish off that. But who knows? He's 85. He may just call it after Gladiator 2. New poster for the Marvels looks absolutely atrocious. What the heck is that? Do you want that on your wall? It's not even their actresses' real faces. It's what the heck is that? That's terrible. No offense to the artist that did that, but no. I wouldn't have paid money for that. I'd look at that and I'd say, nope, we're not paying. We're not using that in our promotional. No, thank you. In honor of Ethan Hawke's 53rd birthday. He's only 53? Wow. We're going to be watching a movie with him at the end of the world or something soon, guys. With Julia Roberts and Mahershala Ali. Doomsday Scenario. And Kevin Bacon. Yeah. On Netflix. We'll be watching that one together. Happy birthday, Ethan Hawke. Guys, I just watched somebody's reaction of Sinister, and God, he was so good in that. The acting in Sinister, Scott Derrickson, I think it's one of my favorite Ethan Hawke's performances because he's such an unlikable character in the beginning, but you kind of like just intrigued with his passion to try to tell this story of a murder house that he sacrifices his family and everything like that. It's just he's just great actor all around, and he's versatile because he can play the bad guy like in Black Phone. He can also play the good guy, detective. He's got range. Blade will be rated R. Yes, we know that. Nia DaCosta did not leave during the post-production process of the Marvels, but instead continued working on the film remotely. Well, there were the reports that she left the project. For me personally, it was that they moved the date of the film 4 times or something like that, whatever. Emma Stone is predicted to receive her 4th Oscar nomination for Poor Things. Yeah, I want to see Poor Things. It's just, she plays like this innocence of like this Frankenstein monster, but then I don't know, like look how much she transforms in these photos. Like there, she looks sophisticated, and then in these other ones, she looks like she's coming undone. Well, that's the range of Emma Stone. Sorry. Iron Claw is one I'm looking forward to as well. That trailer Yeah, that looked intense. And we know it's going to have kind of like a grim ending, right? Oh, he's got his Bane style jacket on there. That must be the trend. Having that kind of furriness around here. Brooklyn's Finest was good Ethan Hawke movie. Yeah, that was good too. Training Day with Ethan Hawke too. Him bouncing off Denzel. It totally worked. Lily James and Zac Efron. I hope this helps Zac Efron get more roles too. More serious roles, right? He doesn't need to be in that comedic thing, kind of like what they were trying to do with Neighbors and Baywatch. I want to see more dramatic stuff from him. Lily James, you know, I'm a big fan of her work, so yeah. Jeremy Allen White on Iron Claw. Huey Kwan, Lily Gladstone. That's cool. Who the heck is that? I don't know who that is. James, don't show your ignorance on screen. Okay, we had Mean Girls yesterday. All right, guys, that's it. We're an hour and 37 minutes already. Or an hour and 7 minutes. My bad. That's good enough for us. Later on today, this is Reset Tuesday for World of Warcraft. It's also the launch of Season 3. So it's not supposed to go live until 6 p.m. my time. So we will be launching, we'll be playing some World of Warcraft in the evening. I think I had lots of fun doing those little shorts. I'm going to try to do some more of those shorts. But guys, I've also saw at some point in the next week or so, I saw that Jawan is up on Netflix. And I missed it in the theaters. They got Telugu extended. I think we'll watch. Is it in, what's the original language? Is it Hindi? Or is it Telugu? I can't remember. But I'm thinking maybe we can watch that one together at some point. Maybe on the I don't know. I do want to watch it at some point. It's in queue. Jawan. We'll figure it out. All right. And we'll figure out something this afternoon too. All right, guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time tomorrow. Come join us tomorrow for the last 2 episodes of Miss Marvel. We're watching that as we get ready to the road to the Marvels. Coming out this Thursday. See you next time. You're watching Mirror Domains.